If the Cowboys can get back to the Super Bowl, they really need to bolster their secondary with a lockdown corner and skill over the top. They can start with a draft like Jermon McCoy of Tennessee or Caleb Downs of Ohio State. They need offensive linemen, which they can build through free agency. Find the money to re-sign George Pickens.
Look, buddy, even I can only do so much. But how about a Red Ryder BB gun?
Oh, gimme, gimme, gimme. Well, not even Santa himself could deliver the one thing Cowboys fans wanted this holiday, a playoff berth. But maybe the Cowboys will deliver their fans a holiday gift in Washington on this Christmas Day. It's Dallas versus Washington, and this is Christmas with America's team. Hello and welcome in as we celebrate the season with a noon kickoff in Landover, Maryland, and a holiday special. Bill Jones with our Cowboys game day crew, Bree Aldridge, Isaiah Standback, just admiring what George Teague is sporting on this Christmas morning. Definitely in the spirit.
I got this out of his closet because you know how I do it. All kind of stuff, so.
And I got exactly what I wanted. I got a BB gun for Christmas.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
Sounded good to everybody here?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, not as good as you, not as good as it was to you, though. Don't shoot your eye out, kid.
No, the Red Raider thing, though, it kind of threw me for a loop. Kind of threw me for a loop with the Red Raider thing.
That's what you did there.
That's exactly right. And now we'll see if the Cowboys can deliver what is a otherwise meaningless game, but it's meaningful when you play on Christmas Day. You know, let's get into this. It hasn't been a December to remember for the Cowboys. They're trying to avoid their fourth straight loss this month, a very short week of practice at the Star in Frisco, as the Cowboys are playing on a Thursday for a record fourth time this season, going all the way back to the season opener in September in Philly, which seems like a long time ago now. 2 games left, a 6-8-1 record. Cowboys know they can't finish the year with a winning record, but they can avoid a losing record and get back to 500. And that's the plan. They are in it to win it on this Christmas Day.
At the end of the day, man, we're playing to win. And, you know, that's just, at the end of the day, that's not just, you know, my philosophy. You know, that's what these guys want to do. Like, they want to play. If you listen to our guys, they want to play. They want to play well. They love one another. They care about one another.
We got 2 weeks left, and nothing's promised in life, right? Our football careers damn sure aren't, so nothing in life is. Like, let's enjoy these 2 weeks, cherish these moments, these practices, these time together with the men and the brothers that we love and we've got an opportunity to play with. This team won't be the same next year, so let's enjoy this and give it our best.
Okay, so I want to know from the 2 former players here, the mindset of the players, not only from the standpoint of the playoffs not being there for this team, but also playing on Christmas Day. What's the mindset of the players? What do you think?
Christmas Day is awesome. You get to spend some family time and all this kind of stuff. But I got to say, man, you know, Coach is talking about the right things. You want to finish strong, you want to play, you want to compete and all this kind of stuff. But I do remember Bill and Isaiah when I was up in Green Bay and we were knocked out of the playoffs. Guys had packed some things in. They're already just thinking about where am I going next? What is the offseason going to look like? Doesn't mean that you're not going to play well or that you're not trying to give everything that you can for the game. But, man, I'll tell you what, it is hard to play when there's nothing on the line. That's the truth.
We're talking about human beings, right?
Yes.
Okay, so human beings, yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely correct. The reality is guys are going to obviously be thinking about trying to execute their assignments and take care of their jobs because it is their jobs. And regardless of the fact that they have nothing to play for in terms of a Lombardi trophy in the playoffs, they still have the name on their back. They still are trying to play for contracts, and guys whose contracts are up are playing for the other 31 teams out there. So what you put on film matters. But to George's point, vacations are on minds. Making sure that you don't get hurt is on your mind. And, man, I sure wish I was around my kids today. You know, instead of playing a game, we know that that's worth nothing. So that's the reality, but guys still go out there and take care of their business.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a locker room full of competitors, like you guys just said. But when you're talking about the foundation of this team, Dak said, you know, this isn't going to be the same team you see next year. You're hoping, especially when you look at the offense, guys like Pickens and Javonte, you're able to bring them back. The face, yes, we'll see if they can come back. But how important is it still for these guys to kind of put that tape out there because this team has some decisions to make?
Yeah, it's important. I mean, obviously, you talked about some of the playmakers for the Dallas Cowboys. I guess you would say the core of the offense should be coming back because most of those guys are under contract. But guys like Javonte Williams, does he come back? We'll see. I think he'll be able to be attainable at a relatively good number. Talk about George Pickens. George Pickens is most likely going to demand $32+ million. Can you afford to pay your quarterback $60 million? One of your primetime receiver and CeeDee Lamb $35 million, and Tyler Smith, the highest paid guard in football, and a George Pickens? Now, you can franchise tag him, but are you going to get the best version of George Pickens on a franchise tag? Probably not.
But you got 2 DBs over there that you're paying a lot of money to as well. But I don't know. I'm just with you guys, man. I'm with you. You just got to play.
Yeah.
You got to play football because you're being evaluated every single play, every single down, and that matters when you're looking for contracts later on down the road.
And when you look at George Pickens' season, he's got 88 catches right now for over 1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns. It's cha-ching, cha-ching every time he catches a ball the rest of the season, right?
Yeah, he's a top 3 receiver in yards. I think he's number 2. He's going to get a lot of money. Oh, and Pro Bowl. Oh, and 1,000 yards. Yeah, the bag is coming.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the big news on offense going back to the game against the Chargers, and that was the move of the now 3-time Pro Bowl offensive guard Tyler Smith out to left tackle. No Tyler Guyton today, but Tyler Smith not only today but also the Giants game going to be out there at left tackle. What do you make of what's going on there?
They are trying to protect the number 1 paid player's backside. That's what they're trying to. They're trying to take care of. Tyler Guyton, obviously, as you mentioned, is not there. So the best thing that you can do, they went out here and they rotated through with Thomas and Adeniji. Both of those guys didn't do a great job. So you put your best player who has some experience at that left tackle position to ensure that number 4 stays upright.
I love the move just because it just shows that you're still trying to make progress. You're not settling for whatever you think it might be with other players. So I'm excited about it. I think it's just a move to protect your quarterback, but looking down the road, you know, they're talking about, okay, now he gets to swing from both sides at each tackle. I don't know, man. Let's just play some football, find out who wants to go, and find some dogs up there in the front in this offseason.
You guys talk about the players wanting to give it all they got. We got some coaches, one specific, Matt Eberflus keeps coming up kind of in the hot seat. Jerry, you kind of said these last 3 games, they're going to matter, right? Christmas Day, Matt Eberflus probably going to be in the coaching booth. That was the first time last week that you saw him in the coaching booth. Isaiah, did it make a difference?
No.
We saw the
No,
results.
it did not. But the reality is, it's not all on Eberflus. And I'm not being a scapegoat here. I'm being realistic, okay? Matt Eberflus called zone. He got out-schemed on some plays. We saw that, obviously, with Ladd McConkey touchdown up the sideline. There was times where he called man coverage, and Trayvon Diggs and others got beat. So there's only so much a defensive coordinator can do. But the statistics are the statistics. The analytics are that. It shows that you are at the bottom of the league. You are the worst defense that Dallas has had in some time, and that's not panning out good for you because the players that you traded for did not make huge contributions this year. All that to say, 3 games. Or 2 games. 2 games.
Down.
I told y'all from the beginning, man, when he came, he didn't sign up for this, man. He wanted Michael Parsons and the others. It changed the whole dynamic of it. So he was probably very happy to be upstairs. There's a little less camera work up there shining on you in the middle of the game when things happen. But
you're closer to Double J up there.
That's true. He could just come on through the door a little bit. Hey, man, you know.
I just got to get Isaiah. Give me something on Trayvon Diggs. What you saw last week.
Trayvon Diggs was guessing. I think Trayvon Diggs was pressing to try to make a big play, to try to quiet all the doubters. And because of that, you take risk. And unfortunately, when you take risk and you don't hit, you get beat. So I think Trayvon Diggs was, obviously not playing up to his standards. But again, this is somebody who's had the last 6 weeks off. He understands the writing on the wall. He understands exactly where he's at position-wise and where his relationship is with this organization and this defensive coordinator.
All right, we're just getting started here on Christmas with America's team. Yes, kickoff at noon right here on CBS 11. Coming up, Bree sits down with rookie defensive end Donovan Ezeiruaku. That's next on your official Cowboys station.
It was the Eagles' house, but not. I've been saying it, not anymore. And that's just how we are. We gonna ride for each other. So we're here in Dallas, and we plan on being here in Dallas for quite a while. So that they rocking with that too. They rocking with the star.
Rookie defensive end Donovan Ezeiruaku, who grew up in Philadelphia territory, says his household is all Cowboys now. And before Ezeiruaku plays in his first NFL Christmas game, he shares where it all started. Before the NFL spotlight, before stacking accolades in the ACC, there was a rambunctious kid with endless energy looking for an outlet.
I always say it's like the game that my mom hated the most. So my dad, he kind of snuck me out there on the field. It kind of took off from there. Like I said, I was an aggressive kid, so I had no problem, adjusting to the aggressive nature of the game.
At just 7 years old, Donovan Ezeiruaku began manifesting his dream of playing in the NFL.
I thought I was gonna go play college ball, play receiver, be like a big receiver, I guess. And they were like, Don, you're a defensive end. Like, just get comfortable over here.
From a true freshman coming off the bench to the ACC's Defensive Player of the Year at Boston College, Ezeiruaku's rise was anything but easy.
Based on faith, family, and football in my house. Football now, I would say. But yeah, I have 3 brothers, 2 older, 1 younger, both my parents, and they all did their part, or we all did each other's part in, shaping each other and being each other's backbone for sure.
The Dallas Cowboys select Donovan Ezeiruaku.
While the Cowboys' second-round pick adjusts to life in the NFL, he found a way to bring a little piece of his East Coast home to Texas.
It's called Lou's Philly Flavors, and it is my brother Corey. It's his idea. It's his food truck, and essentially, he's from Philly. Our age gap is a little bit large, so he is actually born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Having his big brother close is nothing short of a blessing.
It's crazy. I got drafted up here, and he was like, "Coming to Dallas." I was like, "Come on, I need family up here anyway." And they all knew that. The whole family knew that.
At just 22 years old, the New Jersey native is exploring his passions, even a possible broadcasting career down the line.
Cowboys 2025 second-round pick Donovan Ezeiruaku, who has been showing out and showing up with consistent pressure these past few weeks, gets his first NFL sack against Washington.
Of course, the rookie has a lot to give the NFL on the field first.
When the stats and the numbers and you won X amount of games and you got the respect of your teammates, but the opposing players, one day you'll wear that gold jacket, and that's my goal, of course. I don't know how you could play this game and that not be your goal.
Ezeiruaku, of course, will miss the playoffs in his rookie season, but like the rest of the locker room has said, they got something to play for starting today. Now, guys, I kind of want to bring some attention to Ezeiruaku because he's been a pretty solid part. It feels like he's been taking the steps you want to see in a rookie, but of course the edges is kind of the downfall of this team all season. And Isaiah, I guess I'll start with your smile though. What kind of, when you're talking about, I know we've been talking about foundation of the offense, when you're talking about the defense, like how promising and exciting is just to see what this rookie could do come next season?
I think he's a talented rookie for sure. Donovan Ezeiruaku, obviously they went out there to try to have him originally with his game plan was to play across from Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons departs, so now he fills in as that primary guy who's in development. I think he's highly talented. I think he's explosive, has versatile in his offerings in terms of his moves. I just think that he needs to put on more weight, and he'll get that from an offseason here with the strength coach and with the training staff. So I look forward to what he's able to provide, but I think that he has a lot to offer this defense regardless of what scheme that you may be running.
You know what else he has to offer? I got to find out what his food truck is, man. Y'all tripping out on this. I got to get some of that Philly cheesesteak, and then we're going to worry about how he can keep stopping the run, the thing he's doing. I know he's known to be able to rush the passer and do those things, and maybe he hasn't had the compliment on the other side to free him up a little bit, but he's done a really good job.
That's right. It's so good that he's #1 in the league as far as rookies go with tackles for loss, 9 tackles for loss on the season. All right, coming up, what player on the Cowboys would you want to be your secret Santa? We asked some of the Cowboys themselves, and you might be surprised who they picked. That's next on Christmas with America's Team.
I want some of that Isaiah money.
just to be able to hit these halls and to put smiles on faces just from even my presence or just a simple hey, something I never take for granted, and I'm super grateful.
Cowboys made their annual holiday children's hospital visits. Each child received a stocking gift bag loaded with goodies from the Cowboys, a chance to lift the spirits of families going through a lot during this holiday season. The season of giving warms hearts at any age, and it made us think, if you could choose any Cowboy to be your secret Santa, who would it be? We asked some players, and here's who they picked.
Dak.
Any reason why?
He maybe has the most money, so it'd probably be a pretty good gift.
I'm gonna go with Osh.
Osa?
Yeah, Osh. Yeah,
How come
he'd give me a nice gift. He'd give me something nice. He got a good imagination, so I think he'd give me something nice.
Dak Prescott.
Why Dak?
I feel like he's a very giving person, and he got the most money, so I think he'll give me a very nice gift.
Probably Ferg. He knows me pretty well. Just got a pretty healthy new contract. I'm gonna go Fergie.
Oh, Dak Prescott. Easily Dak Prescott for sure.
No surprise, Dak tops the list. He's known for his extravagant gifts. Which Cowboy would you pick as your secret Santa? Who would you want to be your secret Santa?
I know you said player, but I got to go former player, right? Jerry Jones, man, because I want his prize going to be big. I want a Benz. I want the hoop to come with it. We talking about sponsors.
He's playing up to Jerry so much he's calling him a former player, going back to his Arkansas Razorback days.
Let me get that.
I'm going with one of my former players that I played with, as well as a current player for the Cowboys, Brian Anger.
Okay.
Brian Anger, punter, you know what I'm saying, chill. He likes to barbecue, he likes to golf. I think he's going to give a nice gift because I used to protect him.
What are you going to give you? Some cleats or something?
Listen, he's into barbecue like I am, so I'm assuming I'm going to get a nice pick.
Right.
I know he's waiting for his check, but I'm going with Brandon Aubrey because I feel like he's probably the most thoughtful person. I just don't want you to go buy me whatever. I think he'll put some thought into it.
Okay, let's go back to your playing days. Who would have been your secret Santa in your playing days?
Darren Woodson for me, man, because I know he's coming hard with something too, man. He don't roll lightly like that. It's probably going to be a nice Tesla or something. I don't know. Good.
I'm going with T.O. T.O. took care of his guys.
I feel like you said that for some particular reason. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you said that for some
Do we have a star on this field here?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Who would you guys pick?
I'm going with Jerry.
You want to go
with the guy with the most money?
You won't even notice.
Yeah.
I'll just ask if I can have the credit card for the day.
There you
You won't
go.
even notice.
All right, coming up, it's prediction time, and we'll give you our players to watch. That's next on your official Cowboys station. Can't pick Double J. Double J, man. Bloomington, Minnesota, December 25th, 1971. Roger Staubach and Tom Landry pacing the frozen tundra at Metropolitan Stadium, the NFL's first ever Christmas Day game, a divisional playoff game where the Cowboys beat the Vikings. It was the spark that launched Dallas toward its first Super Bowl title. A trip down memory lane here as we get you set for kickoff just over a half hour away now. It's the Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. It's Christmas with America's team. Merry Christmas, all of you out there. Bill Jones, Bree Aldridge, George Teague, otherwise known as Santa Teague, and Isaiah Standback. And it's time now for our picks to click. In Landover, Maryland, a half hour from now. Isaiah, what are you thinking? Who's a player to watch?
My guy that you need to watch is the Pro Bowler himself, the All-Pro, Mr. Butter Brandon Aubrey. I think Mr. Aubrey is most likely going to get around 5, maybe even 6 field goals. I don't imagine that Dak's going to play the whole game, so Milton might struggle getting the ball in the end zone. You're going to need somebody to Kick that thing up out of there.
All right.
Man, I know. And that's the problem, man, when you get these, days like this. I won't be sitting down eating. I probably not even going to watch the game that much. I would be asleep.
What are you?
But I'm just saying. So who am I going to watch? I'm going to go with the first half with Dak, because I still think he has a whole lot to prove, some things he wants.
Okay.
He said, hey, we want to hit it. We want it. Even if he doesn't play the whole game, you're going to see him try to make some shots and put some points up on the board.
What are you thinking, Bree?
At this point, I just want to see some excitement. I think the excitement comes from George Pickens. I think the game that he had last week continues on to here because Isaiah mentioned it last segment. He's got some money coming his way. So I just want some excitement for Christmas.
Okay, I was going to pick Pickens. Okay, so I'm going to go against Dan Quinn's defense. Have you seen Dan Quinn's defense in Washington? Okay. The Cowboys got 44 on them last time they played, and I think they may go 44 again on them today. And they're going to be able to run the football. You see Dan Quinn's defense, the run defense?
Okay.
I'm going with Malik Davis as my guy. I'm going Malik Davis as my guy. Merry Christmas for Malik Davis.
Okay.
That's right.
Javonte might have something to say about that. He's trying to get a bag, too.
Well, okay, I'll go with two. I'll go with Javonte.
He likes to make it fair.
That's exactly right. All right, we appreciate you joining us here for Christmas with America's team. Enjoy the game. It's just over a half hour away. And look at Isaiah. How does he do that?
Merry Christmas.
Magician.
This has been a Chicken and Pickle production.